season. So today I'm going to show you my version of the face mask. First of all, you're going to need fabric, a front pattern and a back pattern. I bought both of these patterns from Joann's. You're going to need the actual face pattern, and this pattern is floating all around YouTube. You can Google it and find a pattern available for free. Next, you're going to need some elastic, of course. And I got a 1/4 inch elastic, and I purchased my elastic from Joann's for like 99 cents a yard. So elastic is feasible now. You're going to need pins, which are optional. And as you will see in this video, I didn't use the pins, but if you need the pins, you can use those. Scissors, of course, to cut out your fabric. And I purchased these scissors from Hobby Lobby. They were like $6. So, and of course, you're going to need a sewing machine. This is a Brother Project Runway sewing machine that I purchased for Walmart for about $150. I know it was a sewing machine shortage, but you probably can find them now. So where I'm at right now in this video, I had already cut out my patterns. What you do, you just lay the pattern on top of your fabric and just sew. You put the two back pieces together and you sew probably a 1/4 inch to 3/8 inch seam allowance. And I did that for my back as well as my front. And see, as you can see here, I just did my back pieces. Okay, and you open it up and you're going to see like your seam. Okay, next I'm going to do my front pieces, which you put the two front sides facing together, and you do the same thing. You just sew along the seam allowance, which I say I left about a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Okay, I'm going to sew, and I've sewed probably about 600 or 700 masks, so I can actually do this fairly quick, and that's why I say I don't really have to use the pins and all of that extra, because like I say, I've sewed so many during this in the past 3 months or so. Okay, there you go, got your pieces sewed. Okay, so next, move my camera a little bit. You're going to put those two pieces together, right sides together. So in order to know what that is, the two sides that you see the selvage from where you sewed, those will be facing the outside. So what you would do, you would just sew those together. Just line them up. Like I say, I'm not using any pins, and just sew again another 1/4 inch seam allowance. Okay, just sewing. Yeah, we know there was a mask shortage as well, so we know that the CDC did recommend it if you use at least 2 layers of cotton fabric, 100% cotton fabric. Those will be enough to kind of be a protection from the virus that's going around. And we know as well as keep your hands washed and things of that sort. So I'm finishing up the other side. And I've done different variations of this mask. I've done them with elastic, done it with hair ties, done it with scrunchies, done it with bias tape, and I'm going to show a video of each of those. Okay, so now I have the tops. You don't want to sew the sides yet because we have to add our elastic. So get my elastic, and for me to be comfortable on my face, I know it recommends about 6 to 7 inches, but I did a 6-inch when it was kind of big, so I'm going to do a 5.5 inch piece of elastic, and that fits comfortable on my face. So you just adjust it as you need to. So yeah, I'm cutting one piece 5.5 inches, and I'm going to just take that piece and just add it to the other side and just cut another piece for the 2 ear pieces. Okay. So yeah, like I said, while I'm doing that, See, that's got my elastic cut. And so now what you do, you kind of sandwich the elastic between the two pieces. Kind of show you here. You're going to put one end towards the top seam, and you're going to sew it down about 1/4 inch seam allowance. Sew down, don't go all the way to the end because you have to add your other piece. So sew it down, stop a little bit so you can add that other piece. Reach your hand in there, get that other piece and lay it on there and finish it. And I also do a little back stitch as well, just to make sure that elastic is secure. And that's good. I want the elastic to pop off. So I'm just going to sew it down and do back stitch and do the other side the exact same way. Okay. And now if you want to add extra protection, which I'm going to do a video on, you can add fusible interfacing, and that'll give you extra protection, and that'll act as a filter for you. Also, I've done these masks with filter openings as well, so I'll be showing a video on that as well. I'm just going to do a series on the different styles of doing face masks, and I hope you all enjoy them. But this is the first one. This is the basic. Like I say, with elastic. At first I was doing it without elastic because I wasn't able to get it, but I've had a lot of customers, and all of my customers said that the twist ties or the hair bands work fine. Okay, so now I've added both ear pieces to the mask, and now I'm going to sew down that bottom, but make sure you leave an opening because you want to be able to turn your mask inside out. Okay, so you sew down about 1/4 inch, stop, raise up your foot, skip over probably about 1.5 inches, 2 inches, and sew the rest of it down. Okay, so we're sewing it down. And as you can see in my background, I've been sewing and sewing. I have so much fabric. Back there, I've offered probably, I know, about 100 patterns or more on my site, and I'll leave all the information below in the description box where you can purchase masks if you need them, or if not, you can make your own. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm cleaning up the little thread salvages just to make them look a little neater, a little more presentable, and you'll have so much bulk on the inside when you begin to turn them inside out. Okay. Alright, now we're ready to turn the mask inside out. Just going to flip it, as you see me do here. Make sure you pull on that elastic, and if you're pulling it, and that's how another way that you know the elastic will be secure inside of the mask. So do that to both sides. Pull on those earpieces just to make sure everything's neat. Kind of push out those corners, push out that nose points. And yes, now if you wanted to, you can go ahead and iron it down, but like I say, I've been doing so many, I don't have to do the ironing anymore. I just know how to just stick that piece in, and there you go. You close up that opening. Like I say, I'd probably do about 1/8 inch or so, so you won't just have so much at the bottom. And just start it, back stitch it, and sew all the way down. You don't have to go all the way across the mask if you don't want to. Just sew that bottom part closed. Okay, that's it, back stitch, and cut off that piece of excess thread, kind of remove all the excess, turn it over, remove that piece of thread that's there. During this time, you can also, if you wanted to, iron it down, straighten it out real good. When you iron them down, they be real crisp. But this is my finished mask. I hope you all enjoy, and I hope that you all are staying